get away with murder, literally get away with murder.
Yeah. Let me see this case right here.
The mother of a 2-year-old girl in New Jersey demanding answers after she picked up her daughter from daycare on Wednesday and noticed one of the braids in her daughter's hair was missing.
Yeah, she shared photos, there they are, with Eyewitness News that appeared to show the missing portion of her daughter's hair, but the daycare says that there is no evidence a braid was pulled from her head. So what happened? Eyewitness News reporter Janice Yu spoke to the girl's mother, who is now taking legal action against the daycare.
Because the braid is missing.
Then that's when she sent me the picture, and that's what I saw, the big bald spot in my child's head with the braid missing.
Tamara Hemingway was stunned. She says she sent her 2-year-old to daycare like this last Wednesday with 4 braids on the right side of her head. She says it was only when she called to check in the afternoon, a staff member at Growing Kids Academy noticed one braid on Mila's head was missing.
You have to use some type of force for a braid to be removed. It was a cornrow, so it was braided down to her scalp. It's no way that I don't know who could have done it, but I know for a fact she or
but here's the thing. This is what I talk about, like black logic. Okay. So if the braid's pulled out, right, at the root, right, there will be other things other than missing hair, right? There will be bruising, abrasion, there will be hair follicles, blood, at the root, blood, you know what I mean? Healing, some sort of healing, some sort of abrasion, some sort of something like that, right? Could it be that the braid was just retwisted and the person did a terrible job? Because if I pull one of them braids out that little girl's head, there's going to be some trauma. There's going to be some physical trauma, and there's going to be signs of that other than just the braid missing.
Did they ask her what happened?
You know what I mean? Like it's just not going to be a braid missing.
Didn't they ask her?
I don't know. I haven't heard her talk about it.
You have to use some type of force for a braid to be removed. It was a cornrow, so it was braided down to her scalp. It's no way that I don't know who could have done it, but I know for a fact she or a kid would not have done that.
A report with the Ocean Township Police says Mila's hair looked normal around 11 a.m. The video from inside the classroom shows her playing with her braids several times. The officer notes one of the teachers is seen on video trying to take a smock off of Mila's head at 11:45, at which point she's seen putting her hand up to the right side of her head. After this, the officer no longer saw the braid, and even after...
So, a smock. What's a smock? Like a hat?
No, isn't a smock something you wear when you're doing arts and crafts?
Yeah, it like keeps paint from getting on you and shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Like an apron, essentially.
Yeah.
To protect your clothing.
So they're saying that she pulled the apron off. The apron, let's just say the apron caught on the braid when she pulled it off. And the braid just pops off at the root. It's gonna be some blood. It's gotta be some blood. You just pull a whole braid out at the root. But if you go by what they said, man, it seems like they may have pulled the hair loose. It may have been pulled loose, and then they braided it back and left that gap there. That's what I'm saying happened.
Yo, what up? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to make a prediction about that case in Texas with the track meet, man. I'm gonna make a bold prediction right now. I think if Trump make an opinion about this shit for any side, I think that shit could start that shit will start like an uprise when this case is resolved, because the powers that be, they hate Trump, and they gonna use that shit to whatever side he's on, they gonna galvanize the other side. You will seeing like let's say Trump was like he's against the black kid. You will see CNN and all those big media outlets do their best to make the black kid into a saint and galvanize BLM and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll do the most. And I'm telling you, when it comes down to the come down, it's gonna be an uprise. I'm not saying it's gonna be a race war, but a couple people gonna get fucked up. A couple people gonna die. That's my honest prediction.
I'm gonna tell you, Trump is not gonna say a word about this, man.
He shouldn't.
He shouldn't. Yeah, he shouldn't. He should stay the hell out of this. This is nothing but trouble if he starts talking to her.
Officer notes one of
Because
the teachers is seen on video trying to take a smock off of Mila's head around
You gotta
11:45.
mute yourself, bro.
At which point she's seen putting her hand up to the right side of her head. After this, the officer no longer saw the braid, and even after searching, the hair and the barrettes were not found.
What troubles me about the case is that the facility deflected, and they told my client various different things. They didn't know if her child pulled it out. They didn't know what happened. At first, they feigned that they had no idea that.
The director of the daycare tells Eyewitness News it's not clear exactly what happened, but that there's no evidence Mila's hair was pulled out. Hemingway says for her, this isn't so much about the manner in which the braid came off, but the way the daycare handled the situation.
They're supposed to notify me just to even like give whatever little information you do have about the incident until you look into it further and confirm. But no one even called me to just let me know that little bit of information. I'm very upset and I'm very frustrated because this is my child. Like, she's not able to let me know what happened, and that's the concerning part. The fact that they're just so insensitive, like no one even called me to check on her, see how she was doing.
Hemingway says Mila has now been removed from this daycare, and she also says the 2-year-old has been sensitive to people touching her hair ever since this happened. In Ocean Township, Janice Hugh, Channel
Unusual
7,
for a black
Eyewitness
woman.
News.